Hello and welcome to another video in the Software Engineer to Applied Scientist series. In the last video we discussed about Python and data analysis. After last video I received some feedbacks requesting me to add the completion time in the video itself. So here we go. To complete the Python book, and if studied for 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, it will take 3 days to complete the Python book. It will take 1 to 2 weeks to complete the data analysis course. It will take 1 month to complete the data analysis book, but the data analysis book is optional. And to complete a project similar to the demo project, it will take 3 days. Let's move to the main topic of today's video, which is Machine Learning Fundamentals Part 1. There is a Part 2 coming later on. I presume this is the most exciting part for everyone wanting to be an applied scientist. Previously we discussed the difference between a software engineer and an applied scientist. Machine learning really changes the way we approach to solve a problem. Instead of writing rules and algorithms to solve the problem, we let the machine develop its own algorithms. For simple tasks assigned to the computers, it is possible to program the algorithms. But for advanced tasks, it can be difficult or challenging for a human to manually come up with the needed algorithm. Consider the example of translation. Imagine how difficult it would be to come up with a rule-based algorithm to translate one language into another language. Languages differ not only by words but also by grammars, punctuations and alignments. Even if we come up with a set of manual rules, it won't be very accurate translation. In practice, it can turn out to be pretty effective to train a machine learning model using a lot of data. There can be confusion in the terms like artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. So this diagram from Wikipedia clarifies that machine learning is actually a part of artificial intelligence, and deep learning is one of the family of techniques used to perform machine learning. The types of machine learning algorithms differ in their approach. The type of the data they use is input and output, and the type of problem they are intended to solve. Some of the popular machine learning algorithms are supervised learning. In supervised learning, both input and output is given. Detecting whether an image contains a cat or dog is an example of supervised learning. Unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, it looks for previously undetected patterns in dataset which do not have any pre-existing labels. Clustering consumer behavior in online shopping websites based on their spending habits is a type of unsupervised learning. Self-supervised learning, where both input and output come from the same data. This is a very popular method nowadays. In fact, my current work at Microsoft mostly involves self-supervised learning. Auto-regressors and auto-encoders are good examples of self-supervised learning. Reinforcement learning. In reinforcement learning, where an agent is updated in real time, which operates with an objective to maximize its rewards based on the action it takes. Robots that try to mimic human behavior generally use reinforcement learning. Think of machine learning models as the function that the algorithm learns to create a mapping between input and output. Machine learning researchers have come up with various types of models. Some of the most popular models are as follows. Linear models. This is the hello world of machine learning. The idea is to fit a line which maps input features to output labels. Decision trees, which as the name suggests, uses a tree or flowchart-like structure where each node contains conditional control statement. This is popular in domains where structured data is available. Last but not the least, artificial neural networks. They are inspired by our brain, where the output of one neuron can be passed as the input to another neuron. Some of the neural networks can be several layers deep, requiring a lot of data and compute to be trained. The family of machine learning methods involving neural networks are also called deep learning. Deep learning is the most popular method for machine learning nowadays, especially for unstructured data. Deep learning architectures have produced state-of-the-art results in image and text processing, some of the results even surpassing human performance. For this reason, I am going to focus more on deep learning going forward. Machine learning is currently being used in numerous fields. One of the fields is banking. In banking, the bankers decide the probability of you returning back the loan using machine learning algorithms. In computer vision, one of the examples is self-driving cars. You all must have heard about the Tesla autopilot. Another very good example is speech recognition. Siri, Alexa and Google now are very good examples of speech recognition. Handwriting recognition. Products like Microsoft Office can now easily detect handwritten text and convert them to digital text. Targeted advertising. Some of the online ads and promotional emails that we get also use machine learning. Fraud detection. Applications like Outlook and Gmail use machine learning to easily detect spam and junk emails and categorize them separately. Last but not the least, recommender system. We all watch Netflix. Netflix uses machine learning to recommend new videos to users based on their previous watch history. For this week's study material, I would recommend Andrew Ng's Deep Learning Specialization course in Coursera. These courses will build a very strong foundation on machine learning and deep learning fundamentals. For this video, I would recommend course 1, 2 and 3. We will cover course 4 and 5 in the part 2 video. It will take approximately 2 to 3 months to complete these 3 courses. After finishing all the 3 courses, terms like gradient descent, activation function, loss function, all these things should be pretty clear to you. I have prepared a small demo where I am calculating the BMI of a person based on his height, weight and age. Since this is a slightly complex video, I have kept it separate. Do check out that video if you want to learn how to build a machine learning model from scratch. Machine learning is very exciting. So have fun and enjoy the learning process. I will see you in the next video.